Angela here. Today I'm going to be doing a chair yoga class. Props you'll need is a chair and then a resistance band. I will use that for an exercise later. As far as shoes, you can wear shoes, but if you would rather go barefoot for class, you're more than welcome to do so. And I will be doing a breathing exercise at the beginning and then also a relaxation portion at the end. So let's get started. So we're going to start seated. We're going to focus on our breath. So make sure that you're sitting all the way back in your chair and let your back rest against the chair. Feet flat on the floor, and then place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Feel free to close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath in through the nose, letting your lungs fill and letting your belly rise. And then as you exhale, just feel your ribs glide down and draw your belly button in toward your spine. The idea with this belly breath, as you breathe in, you're trying to get the hand that's on the belly to rise higher and wider than the one on your chest. And as you exhale, you want to feel the hand that's on your stomach to draw in toward your spine. And just continue with that breath for a few more rounds, taking a deep breath in through the nose. And then slowly exhale out through the nose or your mouth. And again, focus on getting the hand that's on the belly to rise higher and wider than the one on your chest. Let's do one more cycle through. So wherever you're at, do one more deep inhale through the nose. And exhale all the way out, drawing that belly in toward your spine. Good. Feel free to place your hands down and go to a normal breath. And we're just going to work on rolling shrugging our shoulders, drawing them up and then drawing them down. Shrug those shoulders up and down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Let's do two more. Shoulder shrug up and down and up and down. Good. Now let's take our head and just gently tilt to the side. Think of dumping water out of your ear toward your shoulder. And then bring the head center and then tilt your head gently to the other side. And bring that head center. And one more time. Gently tilt the head to the side. Inhale, center. And exhale, tilt the head to the other side and bring that head back center. Good. Let's go ahead and push ourselves so that we are sitting on the front edge of our chair. And we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, lower those arms down. Do that again. Inhale, lengthen through that spine as you reach the arms up. And then exhale, lower those arms down. Let's do that two more times. Inhale, draw up, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, draw up, and exhale, lower down. Good. Now let's do some more shoulder circles. So we're just going to roll the shoulders forward, back, and down. Forward, back, and down. Let's do two more. And then let's reverse. So take the shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. Let's do two more. And then finish there. Good. Let's do a side stretch. So we're going to reach up with our arm, and then we're going to side bend to our right. Try to stay equally weighted through your hips. And then exhale, release that arm down. And then take that right arm up and then stretch up and over to your left. Then exhale, release, and lower that arm down. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach that left arm up and stretch up and over to your right. Then exhale, release, lower that arm down and stretch that right arm up, and exhale, stretch up and over to your left. Inhale and exhale, lower that arm down. Good. We're going to sweep our arms back behind. We're going to grab behind the chair. So we call this seated airplane pose. So you're trying to have a straight line from your head to your tailbone. So you hinged from your hips, you're drawing your belly in. Should feel a gentle stretch across the chest and the shoulders. Continue to breathe. Hold one more breath in and out. Then exhale, release those arms, stack those shoulders over your hips, circle the arms down to your sides, and then reach back for the chair again. Hinge from the hips, open up across the chest and collarbone, and just breathe in and exhale out. Draw that belly in, protect that low back. Then exhale, release, reach the arms forward and up, and exhale down. One more time, reach for that chair, hinge forward from the hips, focusing on that nice straight diagonal line. So if I show from the side view, you look like this. Then exhale, reach those arms back up, and circle your arms down at your sides. Nice work. Good. Let's go ahead and stand. And we're going to come behind our chair. That way you can use it for support at any time that we do these standing poses. So we're going to take our right foot out. We're going to come to Warrior Two. You want to line your right heel with the arch of your left foot. Try to square your hips toward the chair. I'll do this at kind of a slight angle so you can see my hips as well. So you can still be directly behind the chair. We're going to bend that right knee and then reach our arms out. You can always use one hand and hold onto that chair. And then we're going to gaze over those right fingertips. Just relax through the shoulders, really stretch through those arms, and try to stay equally weighted through the feet. Continue to breathe. Now we're going to come to reverse warrior. We're going to drop that left arm and stretch that right arm up to the sky. Relax through the shoulders and try to level that pelvis. Feel free to look at your hand, or you can look straight ahead. Do what feels best for your neck today. And then slowly reach those arms back to that T and try to lunge into it just a little deeper into that stretch, keeping the knee and ankle aligned. And let's do one more. Reverse our warrior, reach and stretch through that right arm. And then exhale, release all the way through. Good, so let's go to that other side. So left foot is out, left and right foot is forward. Heel and arch, you're trying to square and line them up and square those hips. Then bend, bringing that knee right aligned with that ankle, stretch that left arm out and then that right. And then gaze over those left fingertips. Really stretch and reach through those arms, feeling equal weight through our feet. Hold one more breath. And then come to reverse warrior. So we drop that right arm this time and we reach that left arm up to the sky. Feel free to look straight ahead or up at your hand. Then slowly come back to your warrior two and see if you can bend and lunge just a little deeper, but focus on keeping your shoulders over your hips. Then exhale, come to that reverse warrior and lengthen up through that left side, keeping that left knee bent, gazes forward or up. And then exhale, slowly release. Very good. Make sure that foot is forward and then just walk it in heel toe, or just step it in, whatever feels best for you today. Good. Now we're going to come over to the right side of your chair. we're gonna do a balance challenge. So you can definitely use the chair for support. We're gonna work on rolling through our right foot and holding that right foot up. Now, if this is for you today with a toe on the ground, definitely feel free to stay there. Go to where you feel most comfortable. Otherwise, try to pick that foot up, and if you want, try to get your knee level with your hip for that most challenge in the balance. Good. Now we're gonna add a little movement here. So we're gonna take our foot back. Think of making a footprint on the back wall so your foot is flexed and you're trying to line your knees and square them up with your hips. And then slowly try to bring that knee back, forward, and up. Hold there. And then one more time, try to make that footprint on that back wall. Square and level through those knees. And then slowly bring the knee back, forward, and then lower that foot directly back underneath you. Very good. Let's walk over to the other side, and we'll do that same thing. So that way you have the chair if you need it for support. We're gonna slowly roll through that left foot, and then slowly start to pick the foot up. Remember, the toes can stay on the ground. Try to go a little higher if you can with your leg. And then let's slowly take the foot back and make a footprint on that back wall. Try to level through those knees. Think long through the torso and spine. And then exhale, slowly bring that knee back, forward, and up. Good, you choose how high. And then slowly take that foot back behind, make that footprint on that back wall. Activate your glutes so you're standing tall. And then take that leg, bring it back through to the front, and then lower your foot back down. Great job. Let's come back behind the chair, and then this time we're gonna do our side angle series. So we're gonna take our right foot back out to the side, and our left foot will be straight ahead. Get a wide stance, so you want your feet wider than your hips. Square your hips, make sure the heel and arch are aligned. You're gonna bend your right knee, and then take your right arm out. We're going to take our left arm out as well, and if you feel like you still need the chair for support, then place your right hand on the chair. Otherwise, we're gonna reach to the right, and then we're gonna cartwheel over with our hands and place our hand on our thigh, or remember, the right hand can be on the chair. Now, lots of options with your left hand. You can keep it straight, align with your shoulder. You can bend, hold it here, or you can stretch the arm and place your bicep by your ear. Just make sure your shoulders are staying square to your chair in the front. Now let's come to reverse warrior. We're gonna drop that left arm, reach up through the right, relax through the shoulders, and you can gaze toward the right, or you can look up toward your right hand. Now let's come back to that side angle. So we're gonna reach with our torso and then place our hand to our thigh or to the chair. Choose your option of that left arm. Really trying to make a straight line through our fingertips all the way to our heel on that left side. Great work. And then one more time, reverse warrior. Looking up or straight ahead. And then exhale, release. Very good. Let's switch sides. So our right foot will come in and our left foot will go out. Heel and arch align, square and level through your hips. Bend that left knee, then keeping the left arm on the chair or both arms out. And we reach as far as you can to the left and then cartwheel over. Hand to thigh, right arm reaching up, can be behind the head, or you can reach to that left wall. Good. Continue to breathe as you hold. Square those shoulders and the hips. Then let's come to that reverse warrior. So we lift up through that left arm, relax through the shoulders, level through the pelvis, gazes forward or up. And slowly, let's come back to that side angle. So we reach and we stretch over. Choose that option for your hand today and just breathe. slowly exhale, come to that reverse warrior one more time here. Lengthen through that left side. And exhale, release. Very good. Let's take and bring that left foot in, and then again you can step or walk it back in, heel toe, heel toe. Nice work. Let's come back over to that right side. We're gonna do another balance challenge. So this is our tree pose. Feel free to keep your hand the whole time on the chair, or if you'd like, you can bring your hands to heart center. We're gonna work on rolling through our foot, and then start to pick up the foot and place it to the inside. So you want your toes by your heel on that left foot. Good. So the knees angled out, but our hips are square and our shoulders are over our hips. If you want a little more challenge, then take your foot and place it up onto the leg. Just make sure your heel is below the knee. And if you still want a little more challenge, then you can take your arms out to a cactus, or you can come to a Y. Just try to keep the shoulders relaxed as you focus on lengthening through the spine, activating those inner thighs and glutes. Then slowly bring those hands back to center and release that right leg. Very good. Let's change sides and we'll do the same thing. So now we're on the left, bringing our hands heart center. Remember, use that chair for support. We're gonna roll through that left foot and then place that foot to the inside. So toes by that right ankle, angle the knee out, keeping your hips square. Then if you want a little more, place that foot up onto the lower part of your leg. Just make sure the heel is below the knee. And then finally, if you want a little more, add your cactus or your Y with your arms. Continue to breathe. Make sure that standing leg, the right knee is not locked. Soft bend. And then slowly bring your hands back to heart center and release through the leg. Very good. All right, so we're gonna come back behind our chair and we're gonna do our triangle. So we're gonna take our right foot back out to the side, heel and arch are aligned, and we're gonna square our hips. We're gonna focus on keeping that right leg straight for now. So we're gonna reach our arms out. We're gonna reach as far as we can to our right. So your hips are going to the left. Then you're gonna cartwheel over with your arms. Good. Try to pull that shoulder back. Make sure your head's aligned with your spine. And then if you want a little more challenge, you're gazing up at your right hand, your left hand. If you want, you can place your right hand on the chair. Now bring your gaze to the front, and then we're gonna press through that left foot to drive all the way up. And then we'll lower our arms, and then we'll change sides. So I'm gonna just move the chair off to the side so you can fully see my body this time. So our left foot is gonna be angled out. Heel and arch aligned, square your hips. Float those arms, and now we're reaching as far as we can to the left. Our hips are going to the right. Then we cartwheel over with the arms, trying to square those shoulders, bringing that head aligned with our spine. Gazing up to our right fingertips. Just breathe as you hold. Now bring your gaze back to the front, and then press through that right heel to drive it all the way up. Good. Let's lower the arms. Make sure that left foot is front, and then walk it in heel toe, or feel free to step it in. All right. I got another balance challenge for you. So come back over to your right side, and we're gonna take and pick and use our bands for this. So we're gonna take our hands and put our hands through the handles, okay? That way the band won't hit you. Now feel free to use the chair for this balance challenge. You don't necessarily have to use the band. You can always just have your hand on the chair. So you're gonna hold the band out in front of you, and I want you to step your right foot forward just a little bit. So you want to be in a staggered stance. So you're not directly in front of your foot, you're just separating your legs about hip width apart. Now, go ahead for a few moments, just kind of pull out on the band and release. Pull out on the band and release. If you don't have a band, you can always use a towel here and just holding that towel for resistance. Now, as we do this exercise, we're going to pull out on the band and we're going to lift our right heel. So our toes are still on the ground. Then we lower the heel and we release the band. Now we pull out on the band and now we're going to lift our left heel. Toes on the ground, lower the heel, release the band. Now let's move a little quicker. So we pull out, we lift, we lower, we pull out with the band, lift the heel, lower. So it's lift and pull, lower and release. Lift and pull, lower and release. Good. So we're just working on kind of rolling through our foot, working a little bit of upper body strength and that balance, of course. Nice. If I'm going too fast, feel free to slow it down. Let's do 2 more. Good, and then just release. Very good. Let's switch. So now you're going to stagger your left foot in front and your right foot is behind. Bring those arms back up, out. Make sure you're not rounding the shoulders. Connect them back. Slight bend in the elbows. We're going to pull out on the band and lift our left heel. Then lower that heel, release the band. Now lift that right heel, pull out on the band, lower the heel, release the tension. Good, so it's lift, create tension, lower, release tension. And just continue to alternate back and forth with your feet. You're doing great. Focusing on that balance. Let's do 1 more each side. And then release. Very good. Lower down. Now let's go back to where our right foot is in front. This time I'm going to give you a little more challenge where we're going to have a slight moment where we have both heels up. Okay? So you're going to take that band out. You're going to keep tension with your band throughout this time. So you pull out on the band, you lift your right heel, your left heel, lower your right, then lower your left heel. So it's pull out, lift right heel, lower right heel, lower left heel, release the tension. Pull out, we lift, lift, lower, lower, release the tension. Pull out, lift, lift, lower, lower, 1 more. Pull out that tension, lift, lift, lower, lower, and release. Very good. All right, let's try that other side. So now stagger your left foot forward, and we'll do that same thing again. So arms out, we pull out on the band, we lift that left heel, then our right heel, lower the left, then the right, release the tension. Pull out, lift the heel, lift, lower, lower, release tension. So pull out, left heel lifts, right heel, lower left, lower right, release. Good. Keep going. Feel free to slow it down. Think of your spine. You're trying to reach the crown of your head up straight to the sky. So you're trying to go straight up with this balance. Very good. 2 more. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Last one. Pull out, lift, lift, lower, lower, and release. Very good. All right. Go ahead and take that band away. So this last portion, we are going to focus on just doing some movement and flow. So instead of holding poses, we're going to move and flow a little longer. So the first pose that we're going to do is our moonflowers and our sunflowers combo, okay? So make sure that you are behind your chair or off to the side. I will be slightly behind and to the side so you can see me. So reach those arms up. Our toes here, you're going to turn your toes out. Make sure your heels are aligned, okay? And we're going to bend straight down, knees angle out toward our pinky toes. Our elbows come and hug in toward our body. Beautiful. Continue to flow at your pace. Just try to add your breath with this. So I want you to inhale to lengthen, exhale to lower. Inhale up and exhale down. Good. Really work on pushing through the heel to drive up and then sink as low as you feel comfortable. Let's do 2 more. Now come here and hold. So you can stay here with your arms bent or reach your arms out. We call this sun. So try to lift that chest a little more. Feel free to gaze up with your eyes. And if you would like, lift a heel to challenge that balance. Then lower that heel and lift your other heel. Good. Lower that heel and try to alternate one more time. Lift and lower and lift and lower, and then press through those heels, both heels, drive it up. Good. And then just take a moment, shake it out. Very good. Now let's come to our sunflowers. This time your hips do go back behind you. So we reach up with our arms. We're gonna scoop our arms low and then reach up high. Good. Hips go back, knees are still angling out. Concentrate on keeping your head aligned with your spine. So show a side view. So you're going down and up. So think like a squat. Knees angled out toward our pinky toes. Our head stays aligned with our spine. Good. Keep flowing. We're going to do 2 more. Now come all the way up to the top and then come straight down like that moonflower position. So our shoulders are over our hips, knees angled out toward our toes. We're going to reach our arms out again. Hold that sun. Good. Now, as we lift a heel, I want you to rotate your palms down. Then bring your palms up as you release that heel down. So you rotate palms down, lift the heel, then lower the heel, palms up. Let's do that again. Lift heel, palms down, rotate palms up, lift the heel, palms down, rotate palms up, heel down, press through both heels, drive it all the way up, and release the arms. Very good. Woo-hoo. Hope you feel a little bit of movement and breath. Feel free to pause for a moment if you would like. Take a drink. Otherwise, we'll continue on. So we are going to do a chair movement with a balance. So think chair like you're going to sit in your chair. So you're going to sit back with your hips, arms come forward, and then we're going to work on shifting our weight to our left leg and balance up with the right. So we sit back with our hips, and then we rise up with our knee. Feel free to add that arm movement up and down. Good. Up and down. So you're shifting and pushing up through that left leg. Good. And when you go back into your chair, you want your weight to be equally weighted through your feet. Think really tall as you lift, and then sink those hips as far back as you feel comfortable in that chair. Good. Feel free to slow this movement down or just stay with one of the 2 movements. Now come and hold that balance right here. Try to bring your hand to your thigh. Try to lengthen through the body a little taller. And then slowly release that foot down. Very good. Let's come to that other side and we'll do that same thing. So that way we can use that balance on the other side. So coming with our feet hip bone distance apart, we're sitting back through our hips, and then we're driving up through that left leg. Feel free to hold on to that chair for that support of that balance. Beautiful. Weight back into our hips and chair, and then balancing. Think long through the spine and torso. Great work. Two more. hold here with that balance. Lower that left arm to your thigh or to your knee. And then slowly release. Very good. All right. Now let's come back over to that other side. Our last little series before we come to our final relaxation is we're going to go from chair to our warrior one. Warrior one. So you're going to come into your chair, squat. Then you're going to step back your inside leg and you're going to go to a lunge. Good. You're going to come from your chair to step back, either warrior one or you can bend the knee to a lunge. Good. So you go to chair, step back, left leg, warrior one, or bend down into a lunge. So I want you to feel comfortable with this movement. So do what works best for you today. You are more than welcome to stay with the chair, just moving the legs like this. Work on that step back if you can. You choose whether you bend that left knee or keep it straight. Good, one more. And rise, very good. Let's do that same thing on the other side. So you have the support of that chair. So we're going from our chair to a step back lunge or warrior one. So chair, warrior one is the legs straight, bent is the lunge. Good. Focus on that breath. Hips going back. Nice tall posture with our lunge. We're going to do 2 more. And being forward. Very good. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to come and have a seat here. And we're going to focus on a relaxation portion of our class today. So we're going to sit back in that chair and make sure your back is supported here and your feet are flat on the floor. Feel free to close your eyes for this, and I'd like you to take your palms and bring them up and take your thumb and your forefingers to touching your thumbs. So your fingers touching your thumbs. And I just want you to take a moment here and try to control that breath. So I want you to breathe in through the nose and exhale back out. Good, breathing in through the nose and exhale slowly back out. Now on your next inhale, I want you to press your fingers and your thumb together, creating tension. Then as you exhale, just take your forefinger away. Feel that relaxation. As you inhale, press your fingers and your thumbs, creating tension. And then as you exhale, release that middle finger. And then do that again. Inhale through the nose, create that tension. And as you exhale, release that ring finger. And notice how much more relaxed you're becoming. And now press into your pinky and your thumb, creating tension on that inhale. And as you exhale, slowly release that tension. Now start to open your palm. Think of your hand as a flower, and as it begins to bloom, showing all of its petals. Taking a nice breath in. And as you exhale, just feel your body fully relax. Do one more breath in. And slowly exhale all the way out. feel free if you'd like, placing those hands at heart center and saying with me, Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Have a great rest of your day.